Well, she is a pioneer, an icon, and one of the greatest to ever play the game. These words describe basketball legend Diana Taurasi. Her personal and professional journey is now being told in a 3-part docuseries called Taurasi, which follows her basketball journey from the NCAA to the WNBA. Our Linsey Davis sat down with Taurasi to talk about her becoming one of the most accomplished athletes of all time, her retirement, and what's next.
The GOAT, iconoclast, the White Mamba, Diana Taurasi, transformed women's basketball. And now we get a closer and more intimate look at the mother, the daughter of immigrants, the sister, wife, and friend. Taurasi is a documentary showcasing the trials and tribulations that created the firebrand. Let's take a look.
My parents came to this country with literally nothing, didn't know the language, and 20 years later, they still don't.
Yo no sé hablar mucho.
But I learned so much from them. It's going to work every single day to be the best player on the court.
As a freshman, she started filling up our gym. There was standing room only to watch her play.
Went from being the best kid on every team I ever played on, got to UConn and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna play this year. I just said that. It kind of made me look in the mirror. I got to push myself in ways that I didn't think I could be pushed.
She took it to another level.
Miss Taurasi, great to have you here with us. Thank you so much. What a privilege to be able to sit and chat. Tell us how this documentary came about.
Yeah, well, it was something that, kind of came from nothing. I was approached by Amazon Prime, and it was something that I never had in the back of my mind. I'm very private when it came to my basketball career. In a world where everything's out there, I kind of wanted it to be mine, but it got to a point where I thought it was a cool story to share to the world.
A lot of people will credit you with opening the door, really. How do you think the WNBA has changed from when you first started to where it is now? And it really feels like it's having a moment.
The league has changed in so many great ways, but I think the most important thing is to make sure to know where the league was. But all those things made us better. It made this league what it is today, and that's why the hardcore fan of the WNBA loves it so much, because the players give everything for it. And now we're seeing, the explosion in the media and on TV. And, that's what you want to do. You want to leave it better than when you got there.
You mentioned at one point when you were playing in the WNBA, you were making $42,000 for the season. And that's ultimately part of the reason why you ended up going and playing in Russia. And you say something about that moment. Have a clip I want to play.
Going overseas is where you made most of your money. We had to go to Russia, to a communist country, to get paid like a capitalist.
What do you think about that today? Do you feel like the money is here? Obviously, there's been a lot of attention on salary, pay me what you owe me for those WNBA players.
Well, the whole point was always to play at home, was to spend the whole year in the U.S. And, I did that, and a lot of players did that. They went to Russia, Turkey, Italy, Spain for most of the year. And, we would talk about it. And the whole point was we were the best players in the world in the best league, and we weren't getting compensated like that.
There's a point also where you talk about how you feel like you got to fight everyone. And then a point where you say, I don't feel like I have to fight anymore. Where did you get that fight from initially that helped you become great?
I thought about it after I retired. I'm like, what was it? And I was petty.
She was always ready for the WNBA. The WNBA just wasn't ready for Diana.
Here comes big money.
Everything pissed me off. Every little thing on the court, I took it personal, and I just fed off of it. And that was the kind of passion that I played with, that I had. And I got to the point 20 years later where, I said, I'm full. I feel good about what I've done.
Give us a sense. Is there another chapter that you're already thinking about?
I can't see myself not being in basketball of some sort. I love it. I love watching it. I love, criticizing it. I love seeing different players in the young generation. So, I'm still looking forward to see what's in the future.
What do you make of the comparisons between you and Caitlin Clark?
I love it for her. She's just such an amazing talent. What she did at Iowa and now doing in the WNBA is just amazing. We need players like Caitlin to take the torch and take it to different heights.
She was one of the players I really grew up idolizing.
That's what basketball's about. That's what sport's about. You try to lay the foundation, and you want the next generation to just keep going.
One aspect that is not included in the documentary is your relationship with Brittany Griner. Give us a sense of what that time was like while she was in Russia.
I mean, BG, we spent so much time together, you know, since she was a rookie. We were together in Phoenix for 10 years, and it was heartbreaking. You know, we've always relied on each other on the court, off the court. We have this great friendship, and to know there's not much you could do to help her in that situation was heartbreaking for her family, for her friends, for our whole league. But you know, it all turned out in a way that we're happy about. Obviously, she came back, and you know, now she's thriving.
You also had a very close relationship with Kobe Bryant. You spoke at his service. He was Black Mamba, you White Mamba.
Watching Kobe play at the Great Western Forum as a rookie made this little girl believe she could be a Laker one day. It was like getting to know myself every single day. He made it okay to play with an edge that borderlined crazy. Early onset Mamba mentality was in full effect.
Give us a sense of what we all lost, but you obviously knowing him very privately, personally.
Yeah, it was a huge loss. Anytime I talk about Kobe, I still have this sense of that didn't happen. You know, I still have really not come to terms with it. When I talk about him or when I see him on TV, I just see him as this not only amazing competitor that taught me so much, but a person that was going to do so much more for his family, for the game. I mean, Kobe was the first one to show up to a WNBA game with the orange hoodie when it wasn't popular, you know, and he did that for his daughters because he loved the game of basketball at its purest form.
What do you want to see happen for the WNBA? Where do you feel like the momentum is still potentially lacking?
Yeah, you know, we talk about the momentum in the media and the coverage and the ticket sales, but at the end of the day, salaries do have to get better. I think that is the one thing that we all agree on as a basketball community with the WNBA, ex-players, to me has always been number one. How do we make sure the players are getting taken care of? And hopefully that can get done.
Hey, Diana,
thank you so much, Linsey.
So much for your time.
I appreciate
it. Thank you.
I am a huge fan of the W and of Diana Taurasi. Our thanks to Linsey and Diana for that. All 3 episodes of Taurasi are available now exclusively on Prime Video.